What is going on, everyone? I wanted to share with you a very small clip from one of my recent new agent boot camps. In this clip that you're going to watch, I'm sharing with the agents exactly how to have conversations on setting up expectations and standards with your clients. So I will be doing a lot more new agent boot camps in the future. Make sure to click on the link in the description box below or visit my website to find out when the next one's happening.
Whether it's a buyer or seller, one of the first things that you have to know is that you're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of different personalities. Everyone is completely different. For the most part, a lot of people have never done a real estate transaction, so their emotions are really high. If they're purchasing a house, maybe right now they're not sure if they should be purchasing, or they might say, well, shouldn't I be waiting for the home prices to drop, or the interest rates are going up? Am I really making a good decision right now by buying? So there's so many doubts already coming across these buyers. And sometimes they're talking to their family or friends. So you have to be able to kind of guide them, whether they're looking to buy or sell. So when it comes to clients, you're going to have those that are super easy to work with. You send them something to sign, they send it right back. You ask them something, you call them, they text you. Very good communication. Those are like the best clients that you can have. Then you have the type of clients that it's like pulling teeth. You send them a document to sign, they take days to respond. You try to get a hold of them, they never answer their phone. They question every single little thing that you might send them. And those are a little bit more difficult because they're going to test your patience. I've dealt with many of those. And unfortunately, sometimes you just can't control the way that people respond. So what you want to do is that you want to set those expectations from the start with whoever it is that you're working, whether it's a buyer or a seller. In the initial conversation that you end up having with them, which is probably going to be like some type of consultation because they have reached out about buying or selling, you want to let them know that, hey, this might be probably one of the biggest transactions that you're going to do. So just know that there's certain deadlines and timelines once we start working together. So communication is key. If I need anything from you, or if the escrow company needs anything from you, or the lender, the sooner you can get it to us, the better for us and for you as well. And what I mean by that is, for example, if it's a buyer, buyers excited, they want to buy a house, but they're taking forever to send their documents to the lender. I let them know from the initial conversation, you know what, these are the documents that you're going to need to provide to the lender: tax returns, W-2s, pay stubs, blah, 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 blah. Is that all stuff that you can gather in the next couple of days? And I wait for them to tell me yes or no. For the most part, they're going to say, oh yeah, yes, I can gather it quickly. The next thing that you want to do is that you want to get an actual time frame from them. Or you can throw a day out. Okay, perfect. So you know what? Today is Tuesday. Do you think that by Friday you can have everything ready? Because now I'm holding them and I'm making them commit to a day, so that instead of me trying to guess if they're going to gather their documents or not, now on Friday, I can either expect for them to send everything in, or I can reach out and say, hey, what's happening? Do you need more time? If you do, that's fine. Just wanted to check back in. Because the longer that you take to submit everything in, the longer that it's going to take for you to get approved and for us to start the entire process. And the way that interest rates are right now is that they're going up. So last week's interest rates are not the same as this week. So we want to make sure that we want to help you as quick as possible. But at the end of the day, we can't do anything until you send us what we need. So it's really important to set those standards and those expectations from the beginning, because in that way, once you are following up, let's say I call that Friday and I say, hey, Jim, just checking in. Do you have all your documents ready? Then it's almost like they feel guilty if they don't have it, because now you're holding them accountable. And then also that makes you seem like a professional and like a business person, like, oh man, Anna's calling me. She's probably going to ask me if I have my documents or not. And the documents and like that list of stuff, that is mostly like the lender's responsibility to collect that. But I want to be a step ahead of the game, because what you'll notice is that buyers, people will reach out to you. They'll say, hey, Eunice, you know what? I want to buy a house. Okay, perfect. Well, let me connect you to the lender. Once you do that, for many of these people, it becomes real, like, oh man, I got to purchase a house now. So then when the lender tries to connect with them, they never answer the phone and they ghost the lender, and then they'll ghost you. So that used to happen a lot with me in the beginning. And then I would feel bad for the lender because he would call me and he would say, hey, Loida, like those people that you're sending me, they don't answer the phone. So then I thought to myself, and having a conversation with him, I was like, what can we do to make this process easy so that we can weed out the people that are not serious, but the ones that are serious, we can already set a certain expectation and let them know what they're going to need to do in order to get the process started. So then that's when it got to the point that I was now pre-qualifying these buyers, asking a lot of the questions that a lender would ask to determine whether or not, it's a solid buyer. Let me connect you with the lender. The lender can explain the numbers further. Or, you know what, Mr. Buyer, I know that you're super interested in buying a house, but unfortunately your 500 credit score is not going to allow you to do that right now. And unless you ask those questions, maybe you thought you had a buyer when in reality, you could have weeded them out from the beginning and let them know, well, let me connect you with someone that can help you with your credit or fix up your credit maybe for like the next year or so. And then we can kind of revisit where it is that you're at to be able to purchase a property.